This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So before I start my demo, so let me introduce myself. Okay. I have over 14 years of experience. I started my career with ABAP. Then I moved to SAP UI5, Fury, ABAP OData, Fury Elements, ABAP CDS views, UI annotations. I worked on various implementation projects on S4HANA, and I worked on in-app and side-by-side extensions in S4HANA. Then I was worked on various services in BTP like blockchain, IoT services, PDMS, mobility, CPI, okay, BAS, SAP Build Process Automation, SAP Build Work Zone. Okay, so I worked on various services in BTP, right? So that is my experience. So coming to the training from past almost 8+ years of I'm giving training on various topics like SAP UFI, Fiori, ABAP, OData, RAP, on BTP, on premises. Yes, I worked on RAP also extensively. Okay, so and also I worked on CAPM also. I have good experience in CAPM, worked on various projects on CAPM. Okay, so that is, and also worked on CAPM, and also I'm giving training on CAPM, RAP, on BTP, a lot of things I'm giving training from past 8+ years. So that is related to my training. So let's come to the today's demo. Hope you guys are able to see my screen. Okay. So today agenda. So what are the topics which I'll be covering today? Why SAP Cloud Application Programming Model is required? Why it is required? We have a on-premises system. We have why we required cloud application programming model that I'm going to discuss. What is BTP? Because everyone are talking about BTP, 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 but what it is, why we want, that I'm going to discuss. Cloud application programming model in BTP. Okay, so before we were discussing about why, but now what is the cloud application programming model is there in BTP that I'm going to discuss today. Introduction to Node.js and JavaScript, various technologies. Why we have, because using these technologies only we are going to develop the CAP. So that is the reason why we required. So what is very nowadays, Node.js has become very popular in the market, but because of the single thread model. What is that? We are going to discuss. Design principles of SAP Cloud Application Programming Model. What are the various design principles of the Cloud Application Programming Model that I'm going to discuss? Okay. Next, okay, flavors of how the Cloud Application Programming Model go to simplifies our development, that I'm going to discuss, and flavors of the CAPM, that is where we're going to discuss. Then what are the golden paths are there in the CAPM, that I'm going to discuss, and key qualities and benefits of the CAPM, that I'm going to discuss, and use demo. We will develop one small application in CAPM. So that is today's agenda, and these are the topics which we will be covering. Is it clear, guys? Any questions? Sorry, not questions. Let's move further. So now anyone already know why SAP Cloud Application Programming Model is required? Anyone, please. Anyone, please. Why? Yes, we have on-premises system. What is the need of the SAP Cloud Application Programming Model? Okay, so let's discuss. So before we get into the SAP Cloud Application Programming Model, yeah, please mute yourself if you don't have any questions. Yeah, Arjun, just mute yourself,
Yeah,
please.
so to access the
Yeah,
applications
please tell me.
through web actually, irrespective of the platform,
Okay,
to make the business
but
more
we
easy.
already, okay, okay. Anyone more?
Uh, in RDP, we have some limitations in some frameworks. We can't do the complex requirement. In case of
Mhm.
CAP, we can achieve uh, like complex scenarios and whatever we can achieve through CAP. But RAP is a framework. So in BTP, there are three environments. In that environment, CAP environment is more feasible compared to RAP.
Mhm. Okay, next. Okay, so before getting into that, what CAPM is doing, let us understand the what SAP wants everyone to use CAPM. Why? That is very important. Okay, so to understand the origin of the SAP Cloud Application Programming Model, you need to understand, we all need to understand the history of the classical SAP projects. Okay, SAP systems, everyone on-premises systems or standard software, right? It is a standard software. Okay, okay, it is a standard software. Okay, this means they're offering some functionalities, and many companies which required a similarly need, because SAP is providing a certain functionalities, okay, that many companies similarly need those functionalities, okay, so that you can customize the settings of this functionality to a certain extent only, and we can adopt and process their approach. Many companies access options for enhancement. So what is that? Yes, SAP on-premises system is a software. So how it has been developed? So it has been developed in such a way that most of the companies can use that software. Okay, and many companies has taken that software and they are doing the options for enhancements also, right? That is our on-premises system. Okay, so SAP has integrated, okay, most of the functionality, okay, which you need to extend an SAP system into the same system. Means you can like SD, FI, everything they have integrated. So SAP ERP comes with the extension of Workbench and programming language called ABAP. So what we are doing, we are using the ABAP technology. The only technology which we can develop in ABAP system, sorry, SAP system is ABAP, right? So with this extension Workbench and programming language called ABAP. So what will happen? This allows developers to work efficiently, and one important thing is, and as a developer, you need not to worry about common aspects like authentication, setting up of the database, setting up the necessary permissions. Okay, but the SAP system already provides all the okay all the uh, SAP system provides all the users management logging, so that nothing developers has to think about or worry about it. Yes or no? Is it right? Is it clear? This point is, so SAP is providing a software. So where you are using that software, and we are as an ABAPer is the only technology to develop the applications. And very important thing is you need not to worry about the common aspects like setting up of the database, setting up of the permissions. Okay, nothing we need to think as a and management, logging mechanism, nothing. Okay, as a developer, you just to not worry about all those things in on-premises system. But what is the disadvantage? But as the number of enhancements and modifications increases and updates to the SAP system becomes more expensive and cumbersome. Okay, because I'll tell you again, if you put all your business in one system and putting all the integrations, everything, total your business in one system, okay, when you want to upgrade it, it will be too complex. Okay, okay, and also putting everything into one system and it will become too cumbersome and it will become expensive. Okay, then what? So customers ask for more functionality faster with better experience. So customer is asking more faster, better functionality and the better experience. So everyone knows the web has become more important, and SAP realized with some intermediate steps, SAP, everyone knows SAP UI5, a framework or implementing the user interface with SAP Fiori guidelines. So what putting everything in one S4HANA system, total your business, and it will become too complex when you do upgrades or anything. Integrations, it will be too complex. So then for that, SAP has come up something, some intermediate step they have taken to have the faster. Okay, they also, even we know that web has become more popular. So then we move to SAP UI5 framework, and that is nothing but SAP Fiori guidelines. But still, there is a slogan called keep the core clean. What does that mean? Right? SAP recommends against making deep enhancements to the core system. Means keeping the core clean. You should not put everything in one system. Suppose firms over customize the systems at the base level. In this becomes, it will be harder to connect new applications and data sources without breaking the system. So we are putting all the business, everything into one system. It will become very complex. and also connect new applications and data sources without breaking the system, right? So customizing is a good, but it can bring forward tune efficiency. Okay, so that is a reason. Okay, SAP, okay, has come up with the concept called SAP, okay, cloud application programming model. Okay, so keep there is a slogan called keep the core clean. Putting everything in one system is not a good practice. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, to the biggest challenge is to creating and maintaining that application. In doing so, you need to think about aspects and used to take and work granted with ABAP, because the only technology which we can develop only ABAP in on-premises system, right? There is a slogan is keep the core clean. Okay, then we need a stable and framework environment as it is on-premises system. Okay, so the problem is when we move to the cloud, okay, you have a lot of options to develop. Okay, today one technology will come and tomorrow another technology will come. The one it come deprecated, it become old. Yes or no? So then we required a stable framework for the okay in the cloud also during the lifetime of all our applications. Okay, so the application which you are developing, okay, should work even if you change the underlying infrastructure or the business logic. Right? Today one technology will come, tomorrow another technology will come. It is very unstable environment in the cloud. Moving to the cloud also opens up modern programming models and various languages for developers to create innovative applications that are more powerful and scalable. But but in the cloud, it is not a stable environment. So that is the reason we have to have a good framework to have a stable environment, even we have underlying technologies. So SAP has created a CAPM with precisely keeping in mind customers familiar with deploying, maintaining, developing SAP applications, okay, in the on-premises system. Okay, the clients will be expecting same questions when they're moving to the cloud. So SAP wants a framework to make it easier for the developers to use SAP services and systems taking advantages of the cloud. So what I'm planning to tell you, right? If all the clients which are working on on-premises systems are very familiar with the stable environment, they have one system, okay, they have only ABAP, and also they have only all the logging mechanism, setting up the database, okay, everything is done. And you are taking one stable the system which is everything is set up is done, and developer need not to worry about setting up database, everything. So they expect the same thing in the cloud also. So for that the answer is CAPM. It's clear, guys? Any questions?
Uh, so Bobby, keeping can you elaborate on keep the core clean? And for example, you
Yeah.
told that biggest mess is having a number of enhancements increasingly going on. Okay, and
Mhm,
so
mhm.
can like how these things are overcome in this cloud.
Okay, I'll tell you. Uh, let us assume that let us assume that you have an on-premises system. You have done lot of enhancements, okay, and total business in one system. Okay, number one, lot of enhancements, total business in one system, and you have lot of developments in one system. Let us take these three examples. Okay, now anything you want to upgrade your system. When you want to upgrade your system, if you are, it is very difficult to upgrade your system because you are keeping total business in one system. Is that right approach? When you want to upgrade, it will be too complex. Okay. Next thing is if you have, okay, if you have a separate system, okay, where you have all the custom developments. Let us assume that, okay, 80 to 70 to 80% you are using customizing tables, okay, and you are developing the applications. Okay, then remaining 20, 30. Okay, you have standard tables. Why can't you put that tables, everything, go and set up in the BTP, in the HANA database or Postgre, different databases, and develop your application in the CAPM? Is it right? So that you are not completely dependent on only one system. You're not completely dependent on one system, right? And also using CAPM, you can use various technologies to develop. It's not only a BAP. So you have a lot of advantages using CAPM. Is it clear? Did I answer your question?
So ultimately, in on-prem, we'll have only single system, but using CAPM, we can have a number of systems based on client capacity. Is it that?
Correct. Yes. And not only that, if you want to upgrade your system, right, it is
Okay.
be too difficult. If you want to upgrade your system, if you want to do some, okay, so it will be too difficult. Think everything total business in one system.
Okay.
Okay, so that is also another advantage of using the moving to cloud and setting up of the database there and developing the applications.
Yep,
Okay.
Bobby.
So
Yes, yeah, please tell me.
Yep. Yeah, actually, if that means what is my understanding is the mostly the custom developments we need to develop in this CAPM or RAPM. But
I'll
whereas
tell you.
if we want to, yeah,
Mhm, go ahead,
if
complete
we
your
want to
question.
If we want to give some validations for the existing application,
Mhm.
that means if we are want to create a sales order, if we want a custom validations in that, what will the is this possible with this CAPM?
No, no. CAPM
Okay,
is not for doing the your existing system. No, dot
okay.
developments. CAPM is used to develop new applications. Okay, with
Mhm.
out of the box solutions like you can use any technology. You can build innovative applications, innovation applications, and you can build independent applications. You can connect to non-SAP databases and develop the applications. That is CAPM.
Okay, that means we can, as you we regularly do by using this RFCs or APIs. We'll be calling this as we can keep an application using the front end as a CAPM, and we can push the services and we can create the sales orders as such. We can do that, right?
Yes, absolutely. You can develop
Yep.
a
Okay.
OData, and you can
Okay.
consume that OData into CAPM. Yes, absolutely, you can do
Okay.
it.
Done. Done.
But you, as your question is, you want to change to the existing code, but that cannot be possible because those are written in the ABAP.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that is the case, we can we can develop the custom application with the CAPM model, and we can give our own validations here, and we will consume the
Yeah,
OData from here. Yep,
yes,
done,
absolutely, absolutely.
done, done,
Yeah.
done.
Not only that, if you have a standard data services which are developed already by SAP for SAP Fury applications, you can use those standard data services and consume in your CAPM and build a UI, different UI.
Okay.
Okay, and
Uh,
also you can connect to you using the Node.js technology, right? We can connect to the different systems and we can consume and you can build and can develop a Fury app, different sources. Okay, yeah, okay.
so
Any more
so
questions?
so Bobby, one
Uh,
last
uh,
question on this See,
yeah,
ultimately you are
uh,
saying that it will be CAPM will be connected to the ABAP box, like for standard
it is
enhancements and
it's
all, right?
no. See, I said CAPM is not connect to any box. CAPM will only
Server.
consume the
I
OData
meant to say server.
service.
If
Consume the OData
like
service.
okay, if I say that
Okay.
if I say that there are increasing enhancements in the standard level, like validations
Mm,
and all. So where we have
mm.
to write these all things, these
No,
enhancements.
no. See, your enhancements means you are doing changes to the existing system. Is that is called
Yes,
enhancements, no? Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
CAPM is not for that. So when you say
O-
enhancements, means for example, it is in the GUI T code, you want to add new fields, right?
Okay.
That is called
Or
enhancements, right?
validations.
That
Yeah.
is not those are not this is not CAPM is not for that.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
So
okay, yeah.
let's say if I don't want to add any field, but if I want to validate the quantity, it should not increase more than, like maybe 20,000.
No. That is
So,
called the validation on your system, which is already there in ABAP. You CAPM is not ABAP.
okay,
CAPM is not
okay.
ABAP at all.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Any more questions? Is it clear?
Uh,
Okay, so mhm.
Sir, I have one question.
Okay, last. Let's move further. Please go ahead.
Yes. Sir, will you teach Node.js with Fiori and JavaScript with
Yes,
Fiori?
absolutely. Yes.
So
This
how
training
long?
is,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll discuss after the demo, no? Okay,
Okay.
those topics. Okay, yeah. So the SAP Cloud Application Programming Model is an effective way to develop applications and services in the cloud. Okay, it provides developers with the ability to rapidly we can develop, we can test, we can deploy applications using best practices. Okay, these a reason CAPM is a framework which comprises a mix of widely used open source and SAP tools and technologies. So finally, what is CAPM? It is a open source and SAP tools technologies. So the cloud application programming model, okay, is a framework of languages. Okay, it is a framework of languages. It is a framework of languages, libraries, and tools for building enterprise grade services and applications. Okay, it aims to guide developers on a safe path with proven best practices and a wide range of out of the box solutions for recurring tasks. That's what, as I said, cloud is an unstable environment because today one technology, tomorrow another, and the one which you are using gone. Next day itself it's got deprecated or it got isolated. So when we this much unstable environment, the client will expect okay, very stable environment even when they're in cloud. So that is the reason KAPM has come into the picture. It is a underlying technology. Whatever the technology comes tomorrow, my framework will support. My investment will be not gone. That is KAPM framework. Is it clear? Next, what is BTP? Yes. Anyone tell me what is BTP? Anyone knows what is BTP?
Yeah, it's a platform which gives services.
Okay. Anyone?
So it is
Okay.
an
So
advanced
SAP,
platform which is advanced level of ABAP. Whatever we write, we used to write in on-premise. Now we can start on the web level. Is what I know.
okay. So I'll tell you. So SAP BTP offers variety of runtime like Java, Node.js, HANA, ABAP, etc. Any Python, AngularJS, React, etc. So SAP BTP supports the necessary runtime. For example, if you want to write the code related to the C notepad, we cannot run because we require C compiler. But if you want to run a Java program, we have to install Java runtime, so-called JRE. Similarly, if you want to run ABAP program, we require ABAP layer, which can understand all this, like C, Java, .NET, AngularJS, React, ABAP, everything, where we should understand the code, compile your code, check for syntax errors, and execute our code. So that runtime environment is part of BTP. So that is the reason we call it as we call it as platform as service. Is it clear? Okay, is it clear? Any questions now? What is BTP? Okay, SAP BTP is not for ABAP. I'm making it very clear. SAP BTP is a platform is well known as PaaS, platform as a service offering from SAP. If you want to build innovative solutions to leverage new technologies like blockchain, machine learning, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, Gen AI, anything, etc., analytics, etc. SAP BTP is one of the best development platform available. Okay, and also it provides you many of out of the box integration options, and you can build in software development kits, SDKs to with SAP, SAP SuccessFactors, SAP Ariba, and other SAP and non-SAP systems. So this is the best platform for building applications that connect to the systems. Is it clear now what is BTP? Okay, and also you can choose the right environment depends on many factors. Okay, the Cloud Foundry is an environment which is providing in BTP. Okay, where you can do okay multiple programming language you can develop, such as Java, Node.js, Python. Even offers it bringing you your own language, BYOL. You bring any language, I'm going to support. That is called BTP. Is it clear, guys? Any questions?
That means
No.
actually whatever the language will be, this BTP will be supporting as for the applications, for the developing of
Correct.
applications.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
okay, done.
Next. Motivation. What is the motivation for SAP Cloud Application Programming Model? Okay. So as a cloud development, it becomes increasingly relevant to our customers. We receive, generally client will receive, okay, receive more and more questions asking about. I will ask us more and more questions. What is the best way to develop business applications? What are the best practices and guidelines are very important, because we have to make sure that okay quality. Okay, therefore we need to decide and create a framework that would not only guide developers but also take away some of the more technical or foundational tasks, okay, that will help focus on their business logic. Okay, because the client is investing most, because as a developer, okay, you invest most of the your time, okay, in the business logic. Yes or no? As a developer, we have to spend most of the time over in business logic. Yes or no? So keeping in that mind, SAP Cloud Application Programming Model was born and continues to grow and improve. Okay. So as when you're working, you should focus only on the business logic, not on remaining things like setting up of the database, connections, roles. Okay, we are in internet facing, authentications. Okay, what is the quality? Okay, those all we should not worry. We should only focus on the business logic as a developer. So for that, what do we require? We require a stable environment and stable framework, and it should have best practices and guidance. So customer and the client will expect the same thing. It should be have a stable environment, but cloud is unstable. So for that, the answer is cloud application programming model. So that is the reason it motivates us. And also SAP is pushing everyone to move to a cloud application programming model framework. Is it clear now? Next, what is SAP Cloud Application Programming Model and what value does it bring? Okay, so now we already know, right? One second. Okay, so application developers across the world are increasingly seeking faster development timeframes. Yes, absolutely. Every client says fast, fast, fast. Please develop fast. So this is with the objective of getting the to the users much more quickly than it was previously possible. So now, okay, getting every client wants very strict timelines and they want the application fast to develop. Traditionally, this emphasizes on rapid time to market would mean compromising on the quality of but we should not compromise on the quality of the application. Yes, we are developing the application, but we should not compromise. That is what client is expecting. Because of the compressed deadlines, there was also only so much developers could do ensure a relatively error-free code base. So when developers have very strict timelines. Okay, but quality should be good. So the developers we are expecting a really error-free code base. To solve this problem, SAP introduced cloud application programming model. The cloud application programming model, as it is popularly called, it is a framework of languages, libraries, and tools for building enterprise-grade services and applications. Means it is a framework where you can use that framework, you can use that libraries, you can that you can build the applications, enterprise grade applications. So instead of having developers worry about technologies and the relative capability in era of fast-based technology changes, yes, as a developer, you will be worrying, which technology I have to use, which way, but because we are in cloud and it will keep and technologies keeps changing very fast, very drastically because it's unstable environment, okay, cloud. So the CAP allows developers to be domain centric, very important keyword, and work at higher level abstraction that they would with traditional technology platforms and framework. Means today one technology has come and tomorrow another technology is come. Now we need to plug in and plug out to technology with with the following the certain frameworks. Okay, so with the following with the certain guidelines. Okay, with the following the certain libraries. Okay, with so that you will be will be underlining technology. With new technology you can easily adopt. Okay, therefore for and also focusing on the business aspects of the application, and it's anticipated accomplishment for the end users allows developers to build applications that are more likely to be used by the end users. The applications which are developed obviously for the end users. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so it is finally SAP CAPM is a framework from SAP that lets you to deliver business values faster. Means you can develop the application very faster by allowing your developers to focus only on the business logic, not on anything. Setting up database, managing everything, and not worry about if you follow the framework of the CAPM. So CAP, what will happen? That will help money, save money, and reduce the effort and required to program the application and recurring tasks, and also make it easier to connect to SAP and third-party services very easily, and also which helps you to protect your investment by making the underlying technologies interchangeable. Means today one technology I can plug out and I can plug in into the another technology very easily. So allowing you to keep with face with the cloud technologies. So the reason CAP has come into picture. Is it clear? Any questions?
S- One query, sir. As you mentioned, your libraries and some other things. Is it required for us to learn UI5?
Okay. See, I'll tell you. When you want, it is not only UI5. You can bring any technology. That is, I'll come to you. Okay, let's wait for 2, 3 slides and then you will understand. Just wait. Okay. Let's move to the next 2, 3 slides. Then I will take your by the time you will get understood. Okay, so SAP cloud application programming model is a combination of the tools, languages, libraries that help you to build enterprise grade services and applications. Means so this is the CAPM, okay, framework or a domain modeling. So you can use Java to develop the applications. You can use SAP Fiori front end application. You can connect to data HANA databases. You can use write business logic, not only Java, you can write business logic in Node.js. You can develop the applications of Visual Studio. You can develop the applications of Business Application Studio. You can use domain modeling, business domain modeling using CDS views. You can develop REST data, right? It is open source. What do you mean by open source? Okay, so when it comes to design principles, it's opinionated concept. Means it's open because it gives you to choice. You choose any technology. You select your architecture pattern. You can pick and choose the parts of the programming language that suits your development need best. Means you see, this is the domain centric. Okay, you will be domain centric. I've used, You will be using domain centric. Okay, means you will be creating your domain model in CDS views of CAPM. Then you can write business logic, that is business logic either Node or Java. Okay, then you can connect to any front end to consume this one. You can connect to SAP Fury, you can connect to AngularJS, you can connect to the React, you can connect to the Vue, or you can connect to Moro technology, right? And you can connect backend, you can connect to any DB. You can connect to SAP HANA database, you can connect to SQL database, you can connect to PostgreSQL database, you can connect to MongoDB, any DB you can connect. Okay, you can develop these applications, this Node or Java, whatever data you can develop in Visual Studio, you can develop in Eclipse, you can develop in SAP Business Application Studio. So where you can deploy this one, you can deploy in Cloud Foundry, you can develop in XSAA, you can deploy in local, anywhere. So it is open source. You pick your database, you pick your old technology. CAPM is nothing but it is bringing you the framework. So that using the framework, you can do whatever you want. It is open source. Is it clear now? Any questions, guys? Zero lock-in. Yes, you can choose any technology of your choice. There is no lock-in at all. There is no mandatory path which you have to use this programming model. No, you can build UI in any technology. You can use SAP Fiori elements. You can use any alternative technologies. So keeping pace with rapidly work of cloud technologies and platform is a major challenge when having too hardware, too many things to today's technologies, which might soon become absolute. That is what which I'm saying. Today one technology, then tomorrow that will get absolute, and day after tomorrow one more technology will come. So CAP avoids such lock-ins through higher level concepts and APIs. So we can avoid easily using the CAP using higher level concepts and APIs. Okay, so it is a platform specific deployment approaches and techniques. Okay, it is platform specific identity provides and authentication strategies. Okay, you can do onboarding, offboarding of tenants. You can use synchronous protocols like REST, OData, etc. You can use asynchronous channels and brokers like SAP Event Mesh, MQ, or Kafka. Okay, you can connect to the different technologies, different database technologies like SQL, non-SQL, any databases. Okay, so this is safeguarding your technology, your investments. Okay, and also you can adopt new technologies very easily or new platforms without affecting applications code. So thus safeguarding your investment. Yes, absolutely. Without affecting your code, you can invest, you can move to different technologies very easily. Okay, that's safeguarding your investments. Yes or no?
Bobby, if I
Is it
ask
clear?
you, yeah,
Hmm?
so if I ask you, can I relate, once I learn BTP, can I relate myself with at NetWeaver consultant? Because earlier, what we used to do is we used to create the web, this web pro applications and give the application name to the NetWeaver consultant, and he used to, drag that to the web and give to the user. Okay, now it is similar thing, right? You know, whatever database or whatever application from SQL, anything, okay, Angular JS or whatever, we are giving that application names to the BTP consultant, and he will configure that so that the business users can use. So can I relate myself with the network consultant, what he used to do earlier before? Is it that? Maybe is it that kind of thing?
Oh, see, they, no, no. You here I'm telling you can NetWeaver application means it can be developed by ABAP or it can be developed by Java. Right? That's all. ABAP, WebDynPro or WebDynPro Java. I think that's two technologies you can use. But here I'm telling any technology, no?
Yes, yes, that's what. So ultimately,
Yeah. See,
application will
ultimately
be
the
the
goal is, see, I'll tell you,
ah,
ultimately the goal is to develop an application and give to end user. That is our goal, right? So BTP is not only to develop the applications. You can BTP has lot of services. See, BTP is different, CAPM is different. So CAPM is a one of the part in BTP. BTP is a ocean. Okay, BTP has a lot of things. BTP is a ocean.
Okay, if that is the case, then we should have an awareness in all the platforms, maybe XML or AngularJS. Is it that or not? Not
Yes,
necessarily.
yes. See, not necessarily required. You see, as a one single person, you can't, you will not be knowing all the technologies, right? As a single
Yeah.
person, you can develop Java. You can't develop whatever the technologies are there in market. You will not be knowing, right? Okay. No, in this way, there are two things are there. One thing is BTP. I want to become. I want to know everything in BTP. No, because BTP not only developing applications, it has a lot of services which is providing where you can use the services and you can build innovative applications. For example, let us assume that you want to get the data from the sensors. You're building some sensors data and you're developing an application. Okay, so there is one service called IoT service in BTP where this service will connect to your sensors and get the data, and you can consume the data into your applications using which technology you want. So like this, you have lot of services are available in BTP. That is also one of the, but to develop an application to show the data to the end user, we are using CAPM, guidelines or design principles. That is
Uh,
complete.
uh, sure.
Telling you this
Like,
is completely different.
okay. For example,
Okay.
just one last question.
Yeah.
For example, if I want to create a sales order, the way we do in the
Mhm.
SAP on-premise, so how this is
Mhm.
achievable in the BTP, like just just a sale order.
Okay. See, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Let this thing thinking this way. Okay. You don't have a ERP system at all. You are a new customer to the client. Sorry, you are a new customer. You don't have anything and you want to build an application. So you would not require total entire on-premises system. Why we required? Let us assume take it in this way. I don't want. I want to build a simple application and we should have one database. So you go to the BTP and you will purchase one database and you will require environment to develop. Yes, BTP is providing, you build an application and you are provide access to the end users. Simple, straightforward. That is clear? This is clear.
Yes, yes, yes.
Next, second, now you are having on-premises system. You want to create a sales order number. What you can do, you can you can create OData service in your on-premises system, and you can consume that into your CAPM, and you can build applications. Whatever the creating the sales order number. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Bobby, this means we don't require SAP application. That means this on-premises or private cloud or whatever. It is that mandatory to have this. If we are having this BTP, SAP BTP, we can develop our own applications and we can run the show for the clients. It's not that
Correct.
mandatory to. Yeah. Okay, got it.
No, no,
Okay,
no, not required.
okay,
Yeah.
done.
So how the SAP Cloud Application Programming Model simplifies your development. Okay, so to see how the SAP application programming model, it simplifies development. Let's see. Let's first understand the common pain points when developing enterprise application for the cloud. Let us assume we're building a e-commerce application to be hosted in SAP BTP. Apart from focusing on the business requirements of the application, you need to put a effort in addressing many non-functional requirements. For example, the application should explicitly declare and isolate dependencies. For example, let's say you built a application with an SQL-like database. And if you deploy the application in SAP BTP platform with SAP HANA database, means you developed the application SAP SQL-like database, but when you deploy your application, you want to connect to the SAP HANA database, that time by following the framework of CAPM, no code changes required. The database configurations and declarations are isolated from the main code of the applications. Means you develop the application one database, and tomorrow you can connect to the different database without changing any code change required. Okay, okay, the database configurations, the declarations are completely isolated from the main code, so that you can build, testing, deploying, and running the application should operate seamlessly with minimal manual effort. Application should be properly modelized to support a microservices architecture. Okay, the application should support REST architecture using the data or data format. So tomorrow you plug to HANA database, and day after tomorrow you are plugging to plug out from HANA database and plugging to the PostgreSQL database, and that time no code change is required, because okay, because the code is completely okay. Don't worry about the code at all. No code changes required, because that okay, are isolated from the main code, because the data configurations and declarations are isolated from the main code of your applications. Is it clear? Next. Okay, so two flavors of SAP Cloud Application Programming Model are there, where you can develop using Node.js or Java. Okay, the cloud applications are there. Okay, you're telling new, then how can the difference between these two? The implementation of the business application is similar in both Java or Node. The major difference is in writing the custom logic. The programming model provides the option to write custom logic. For Node.js, we will use JavaScript, while for Java, you will write using Java classes. That's the difference. But okay, both are in a business application, it is both are same. The implementation of business application is similar for both Node.js and Java. Okay, now are the golden paths? Yes, you are telling the good framework, you are telling the best languages. Then what are the golden paths? So if you follow the golden paths of the programming model, okay, helps you to implement data models, services, and UIs in order to develop the okay standalone of business applications. Means suppose we are defining our data model, then automatically it will get deployed to HANA database. You need not to write anything. Okay, if you define your services, that is OData service, when you try to define service, it automatically translates to OData services. It will automatically request out of the box authorizations and standards. It is automatically going to fill primary keys, etc. Okay, when you write custom logic in Java Node.js, it will be handling data connections. It will automatically handle parsing inputs, and a lot of things can happen automatically. When you add few UI annotations, that is called serious UI annotations, it is automatically translated to the OData vocabularies, and it automatically generates a Fiori elements app. Any questions, guys? Now, this, if you follow the golden paths of the programming model, the deployment will happen automatically. It converts to OData. Okay, yeah, automatically it connects to the database connections very easily. Automatically passing inputs can happen. Okay, you can easily translate to Fiori apps using generations. Okay, now introducing the cloud application programming model. The figure below talks about the building blocks and technologies which constitute the new programming model. So Node.js, Express, Java, Spring, these are all infrastructures, right? When we are using the CDS views, okay, we use CDS views to capture data models as well as service definitions on a conceptual level. This CDS views model serves as an input to framework on data, service, and UI layers. So all the things SAP Fiori or any UI, this is the indicates by arrow in the graphics. See, where they are translated to native artifacts. For example, SQL database schemas or OData $bit metadata documents, as well as interrupted to automatically serve request at runtimes. Okay, next, key qualities and benefits. We already emphasized the key focus on the application development task, golden paths of the best practices, and automation of the time consuming task. But still, there are two more qualities that we want to highlight. One is no abstraction, minimal openness, free of choice. Okay, while we provide no abstraction, while we provide easy to use interfaces to things like databases, we do not introduce abstractions. Means you always have access to all the native capabilities. For example, leveraging the power of SAP HANA. That is the thing. Openness and freedom of the choice. As I said, you can pick any technology. Okay, so in summary, by using declarative approaches like CDS and the combination of the enterprise grade tools and services and the golden paths of the best practices, okay, we can speed up the development process very easily because auto deployment, everything will get deployed automatically. It automatically generates OData services, so that reduces your time, okay, your money, everything, right? Okay, so the golden path is recommended but not mandatory. Okay, without application programming model, you are not locked in and can choose whichever path you are comfortable taking it. It's open. You can do whatever you want. Okay? So safeguarding investments. Yes, as I said, CAP avoids such lock-ins and through higher level concepts and APIs. Okay, you can plug in today one technology, you can plug out and plug into another new technologies. So with how it is happening with the protocols like REST OData, okay, with asynchronous channels and brokers like SAP Event Mesh, okay, you can connect to different technologies, SQL, non-SQL. So this will safeguard our applications. So this abstractions allows you to quickly adopt new technologies or platforms without affecting your application code, and that's safeguarding your investments. Is it clear? Any questions?
Sir, as you mentioned, CDS, OData, and UEFI, any JavaScript. Three languages we need to learn, right?
See, you CDS, yes, absolutely required to learn. You can learn Node.js or Java, but in my training, I'm giving training on only Node.js, not Java. And UI framework, yes, you can learn UEFI or you have Fiori elements where you, without writing any code, you can use the annotations and you can develop the Fiori elements applications. Is it clear?
OData?
You can develop the, yeah, OData is nothing but it automatically generates OData. There's, yes, it's part of the training, but it's not a technology. OData is a framework. Using the
Okay.
Node.js, you are developing OData. Using Node.js technology, you are exposing, you're writing total logic, business logic in Node.js, and that will get exposed as a OData. It's a framework.
Okay.
It's a protocol. It's not a technology to you learn. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions?
Hi, Bobby. For the demo, are we going to use custom app or app application?
I didn't understand.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Tell me what is. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, please. Tell me what is your question.
Yeah, for the demo, are we going to
What is
use
your question?
custom app or for the demo, are we going to use custom UFI application or app application?
Okay. See, there is no wrap. Wrap is different. Don't bring the wrap is completely different. Cap is different. Wrap is different. There is no wrap is coming to in cap training. Okay.
Okay,
So you can. Okay. So wrap is nothing but get into too much on wrap. Wrap is nothing but it is generating OData service. That's all. That is called wrap. Okay. You can, if you want,
okay,
you develop the wrap application in your on-premises system or wherever that will generate OData. That OData service you can consume in CAPM. That you can do.
okay,
But both are completely different trainings. So here we are going to use Node.js technology to develop OData in CAPM.
okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay. Actually, I'm a UFI consultant.
Sorry.
So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. You can,
okay,
yes, you can develop UFI also. Absolutely, you can use, you write, see what you do. You are SAP UFA consultant and you are consuming OData service. Until now, that OData service is developed using ABAP. Now you can use, or that OData service can be, you will be developing no using Node.js. Okay. Node is heavily
okay,
used in JavaScript framework for server-side web application development, and it is developed on the Chrome OS version, a JavaScript engine. So Node is heavily in the JavaScript framework. Okay, yes, Node is service side, server side programming language like ABAP. Okay, it helps compiling directly into the native machine code. In other words, Node.js allows to build complex and powerful applications without having to write any complex code. Okay.
Yeah, okay, got it. Thank you.
Next, what is Node.js? We will understand client server architecture and multi-thread, because nowadays Node.js is very popular in the market. 70 to 80% of your applications which are completely is back is the Node.js technologies. Like if you take this OLAP or what is the other one? Other related to the apps, most of the things are called Uber. Uber completely developed using Node technologies because it has the single thread architecture. There are no limitations. Okay, so let us talk about client server architecture. In this architecture, I don't want to, we'll go very fast because we're already running out of the time. Okay, so in the architecture below, user interacts with the client in the machines, client machines like laptops, desktops and mobiles. With the client machine, user makes our generates request, the end users going to various devices and sends a request. Okay, okay, and this request will send to the server, right? And server takes those requests and processes those requests and send back the form of responses and understands with the help of Uber example. We know that, okay, we are generating cab request and those requests sent to the Uber server, and Uber checks in the database and that are active and available in that region and allocate pass cap to the customers, and the server sends back, okay, sends back the card details or driver details to the customer in the form of responses. So this is the one which Uber is currently working using Node, avoided this, okay, using Node.js, because you have too many interactions are happening and too many requests are coming, and that time a deadlock will happen. Yes or no? Right? You can see in multi-thread programming model, it means you are sending the request and to the server, and server has to reach to the database, and so it will for every request it is creating one thread. So then it has to wait until it gets the response from the database for the thread. So this is really, it is a time consuming and it has to wait. Yes or no? It is not correct approach. Now, multi-thread programming model, yes, even though you use multi-thread programming model concept, it is very hard to handle this request. Okay, because when the rest of the threads which are access that resource are blocked till the time thread A will finish the processing. Similarly, when A will finish the process, the thread B will access that resource and will again occur, and this require lock against the rest of the threads. So this creates a bottleneck situation in processing request. So to overcome thread, okay, we have a concept called single thread model. So it will be running like a loop so that there is no lock. So this single thread programming model only you are able to book a cab. There will be no locking mechanism. You can book how many cabs you want over the world. No issue. So this single thread programming model is one of the best famous in the Node.js technology. So that is the reason Node is become very popular in the market. Is it clear? So what is Node.js? Node.js is a runtime environment for server side and networking applications, and it is a single thread. Just now we discussed. It uses the Google JavaScript V8 engine to execute your code. It is a cross-platform environment and can run on X, OS X, Windows, Linux, etc. Okay, it provides a event-driven architecture and non-blocking input out that is optimized and scalable. That is the reason Node.js. Okay, so we are using Node.js technology to develop our CAP applications. So, any questions, guys? Any questions? Okay, so now I'm going to the business application studio and we will develop one small CAPM applications very fast because we're running out of the time. Okay, so now let's not go what are this all because anyway it is the part of my training. I'm just going to fast and we'll create a one small CAP applications. How easily I'll tell you. So file, terminal, new terminal. So here simple statement I'm giving CDS init. I'm creating CAP project, CAP underscore demo, and I'm pressing enter. So now it is it created a CAP project for me. Okay, now if I get inside into the CAP project, I have three main folders. One is called lab folder, one is called DB folder, one is called SRV. So all the UI part means the UI user interface development will be done in app. All database related stuff will be done in DB. All exposed writing the business logic, exposing the OData service will put in the SRV. Okay, so I will open this project in individually. Open folder, projects, then this. Click OK. Perfect. Now under the DB, I'm going to create a CDS, means I'm going to create a domain model, okay, business domain model. So under the DB related to the database stuff, okay, I'm creating a file called data-model.cds. Okay, so now as this is okay demo, I'm just copying it and I'm pasting it. Okay, okay, and what I'm doing, I'm creating a entity called I'm creating an entity called sales order. Okay, then in this I'm giving all the fields which I want. Okay, now I'm just giving one namespace, means one unique name for this one. That is nothing but cap underscore demo 66. Okay, so and now I will be going to okay create service. Okay, so see, right click on the service, create new file. Okay, so what I want to expose, okay, I will be putting into here. So cat service dot cds. Okay, and here I'll be exposing it. Okay, using opening the brace. Okay, cap underscore demo 66 as db from. Okay, so where it is, this it is inside the SRV folder. On the top you have cap, right? So that is the reason dot dot. See, I want to get it. This whatever I created in data hyphen models, I want to get it. So that is the reason I'm writing it this one. So dot means its parent. Then it's another dot to its parent. Inside this you have DB folder. Under that you have data if model. Perfect. Now service catalog service at the rate. I'll not go too much depth because this is a demo path. Okay. Column slash. Let us understand only high level. Okay. Catalog service. I'm creating a OData service here. So for what entity? Okay. Sales order. This one. Okay. As projection on DB our dot sales orders. That's it. Done. Okay. So I'm generating OData service. Okay. So now what I will do? Okay. Then I will just click on 3 lines. Okay. I will go to terminal, new terminal. Okay. I have to do one step called I have to install node modules npm install. Perfect. Then I have to do CDS build. I have to do build. Done. Okay. Now I want to generate OData service. For that, already because we have already given this one. Very simple. Huh? Okay. So now CDS watch. Press enter. Open. Okay. It got generated. You see. So web application, we have not created web application. Service endpoints. Yes, this is a service. And when you click on this one, okay, so there is no data and you want to see the metadata, you just click on this metadata. Now you see it was generated a OData service with metadata. You see entity sales order number. Yes, sales order. Okay, primary key is for number. Yes, primary key. Okay, you see is for numbers which are there. It is coming here. See how easy. Have you written any code? Nothing. Okay, now you can also see a free preview also. Automatically by default, it is integrated to the Fiori elements app list report object page. Okay, now click on settings, select all these are the column names, click OK, and you got the app. Have you written any code? Nothing. So it is a guidelines. Okay, now I will tell you what I'm talking about. Now I want to have some data. So in the DB folder, I'm creating a new folder called data. Okay, now I have one CSV. 1 second, I'll just give the what are the auto deployment. I just spoke now. What is auto deployment? I will talk about that. 1 second. Okay, now I'm opening this CSV file. Okay, see you have data and you have certain columns. What are these columns is nothing but same name S4 number. Okay, S4 number it is there. So all these things are there. Now I'll just close this one. Okay, I will rename to our namespace. What is our namespace? Cap underscore demo 66, right? So right click, rename. Okay, I'm just cap, that is a namespace, hyphen sales orders is your entity name. Okay, now I'm dragging this file and I'm just putting under data. Okay, now let's see what is going to happen here. Click on columns, click OK. The data has come. Means auto deployment. You written nothing code. Okay, so if you follow the golden paths, if you follow the guidelines of the CAPM, everything will be auto deployment. There is no code at all. So the reason I'm saying CAPM is very powerful. If you follow the guidelines, auto deployments, auto validations, a lot of things will be done taken care by the automatic. Okay, and you see, you have developed a OData service without any much effort. Okay, so advantage of using CAPM. Is it clear? Any questions? Okay, no questions. Then I will talk about what are the topics which that I'm going to discuss now. One second. Okay, so we'll quick start with the BTP introductions. What is global accounts, sub accounts, tenants, cloud foundries, what is service marketplace, instances, subscriptions, HTML application. Okay, in BTP. Okay, what are the connectivities, securities are there? Then we'll discuss about what is multi-tenancy in BTP, what is single tenant, multi-tenancy and everything. We'll discuss about the security in BTP, what is IAS services, what is access UA, what SAML, SAP ID, identity provider. Then we will go to CAPM, cloud core data services. What is CAPM? Principles, what are the golden paths, what is the data model, what are entities, views, associations, aspects, types, definitions, postfix projections, everything in CAPM, domain modeling, what are the best practices, naming conventions, what are the reuse models, what are common aspects, okay, general capabilities, what is connecting to SQL and HANA database, what is OData and CAPM, what is domain model, persistent models and everything, how to develop RESTful APIs, SAP Fiori UI apps in CAPM. Okay, then Fiori elements, UI annotations, localizations, develop list report object page, how to implement authorizations and access UI. Okay, security models. Okay, how to do event handling, how to implement custom handlers in CAPM, how to query APIs, how to implement before and after or event handlers, how to implement register objects, how to consume an external API, and how to implement CRUD operations, insert, update, and delete. Okay, how to implement functions, actions, debugging Fiori apps, how to develop CAPM project, consuming a OData service from SAP S4 on-premises system, everything will be covered. Then of course, Node.js, we are going to in depth. So basically we will quick start with HTML, then we will move to in depth. Okay, then we will move to Node.js in depth, then we will go to BTP, then we'll do introductions on BTP, what is called cockpit and everything security in BTP, then we'll start CAPM, then we will do SAP build work zone service. These are the topics which I'll be covering. Okay, I'm starting new batch from September 9th onwards. That's not this week. September 9th, I'm starting new batch on CAPM. Is it clear? Okay, so that's all for the training. Please, anyone have any questions, please let me know.
The
If not,
duration of the course, sir?
we'll
What is
close.
the duration of
So
the course?
yeah, it is 40 hours. Okay,
Okay. And how
any
the
more
class is
questions?
conducted on Saturdays or Sundays or
Oh
weekdays also?
no, yeah. I'll take that question last. Any more questions, guys? No questions. So that is the last question. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
There are two types are there. One is online class and the another one is recording videos option. Online class, it will be online. Okay. So whatever the programs which I'm explaining during my training, I'll be putting in the drive. You can download the programs, PPTs, study materials, interview question and answers, resume template. Recording video will be uploaded once the class is over daily. After 1 or 2 hours, recording video will be there view access for 1 year. Every Friday, I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which I covered on that day, on that week. Sorry. Okay. So that is whatever the project which I'm explaining, it's a real-time project which I have worked. That is one option. So the training which I'm talking about, there is another option is called recording video. So those are facing timing issues. Okay. I'll be giving recording videos option. Okay, so that recording video will be there view access for 1 year, and then that also you have programs, PPTs, study materials, everything which you can download. Recording videos will be there for view access for 1 year. Now coming to the